Yo, what up, y'all? What up? I ain't gonna lie. This seam has been one of the worst seams I had to deal with in a long time. Now, I try to explain to the homeowners that y'all might want to just hang various strips of wood at various thicknesses, then snap a line and maybe a level, and then hang your drywall. But they opted to go with me finishing it. So I just explained to them that I'm an optical illusionist, as most finishes are, and I'll get it as close as possible. But hey, it is what it is. Now, first coat, each coat went a little wider than the last. Tried to minimize all the lap marks to none, little to none lap marks. Nice and thick coat on the first coat. Want to feather it out, get it out there as wide as possible without scraping off all your mud. Yeah, this one was some work. To pack that mud in there, pack that joint compound in there, then try and float that baby out. As you can see, it takes a lot of joint compound and a lot of hand movement, but hey, we're gonna get it done. That's what we do over here, baby. Yeah, that first coat was Durabond 45 quick set. Then the second coat, I just covered right over that with +3 USG. And now, the same thing here. But on this coat, I try and go from the high side out. So I'm floating further out from the high side, not trying to spread the high side further to the natural light, if that makes sense to you guys. Go away from the natural light, not towards it. Each coat took 3 14s, one down the middle, 2 on each side, just spread a little further each time. It's taking a whole lot of joint compound, but hey, that's what we got to do. We want to minimize all the lap marks and trash and anything in it, so clean that stuff out, get ready for your next coat. And on my final coat, I went 32-inch tomahawk to really get a nice finish on it and get the lap marks out, whatever lap marks would have been there. This kills it. Did a little brush sanding before applying the last coat to knock down any lap marks or anything. So the final skim will be nice and smooth, and just have to scuff it down with a sand and sponge. You don't want to grind too much down, and it should be good to go. Yeah, the key is spreading without taking the mud off, taking a whole lot of mud off. You want to leave that build, you want to leave room for it to shrink, because each coat shrink, especially when you add water to it. It pulls into the board, not away from the board. So yeah. I'm going to minimize that, use the least amount of water as possible to get a nice thick coat so it doesn't shrink back too much. But on the final coat with the tomahawk, the 32-inch tomahawk, you can loosen that up a little bit. Personally, I loosen that up a little bit. That's a skim coat. I'm no longer trying to build, I'm skimming. So I want it nice, so when I sand it down and prime it, I don't see any lap marks in the light. I don't see any imperfections in the light. I see light. So I hope they understand that. I try my best to give them what they want with the easel that they provided.